Hey everybody, it's Andy back again with another video here on Bliss Brick Studios. Thank you so much for joining me. Today's an extra special video because it's episode 5 and the finale of my Lego baseball stadium series. So as I've mentioned on several previous videos, this is the very first mock that I ever built. And I definitely went big on it. It ended up being like 7x7, base plates large, and I've filmed several videos kind of showing my work on it over maybe the last, well, really year and a half now, as it's mid 2020. So I learned a ton from this project, and it was kind of a hard one to let go of, but I decided I'm really excited to move on to some other projects. So recently I went ahead and tore all the parts apart and parted them out. I have thousands of parts that I ordered for the stadium, which I now have available to me for a new mock, which I'll be announcing here on the channel very soon, which is exciting. This baseball stadium was displayed at Brick Universe Knoxville in 2019, in September of 2019, and that was its kind of big debut. And unfortunately, I don't have like awesome video footage, but I do have a ton of photos. So what I'm gonna do today is basically, in a moment, I'll cut over to that and show you guys kind of a montage of the final preparations of building it here in my studio at home, and then moving it over to the convention center for that weekend. I've got the news actually covered it and did a build of the whole thing being set up. And then also some photos. You'll see that it was Stormtrooper night at the baseball game. I've got a whole section of Stormtroopers and all kinds of fun Easter eggs. I've got like a micro stadium out behind the center field fence. There's a policeman chasing a streaker, all kinds of cool things. We had a lot of fun in my lug setting up all the minifigures for that day. So I've learned a lot. I really wish I would have like gotten a professional camera and filmed it. And in future videos, I've got a bunch of equipment that I'm planning to get, nicer camera, nicer microphones, and I'm really gonna step things up on the channel, which has been exciting now that I've been doing this for a little over a year. So if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It would mean a ton to me. This journey has been amazing, and I've got some giveaways coming up this month. And as I said, a new mock and all kinds of exciting new things. So we'll get into that maybe a little bit more in the outro, but without further ado, here are the final shots from my Lego baseball stadium based on Wrigley Field, displayed at Brick Universe in Knoxville in 2019. So that was it. I hope you enjoyed those shots. As I said, I would have loved to have kind of a cinematic film coverage of the entire thing, and I will definitely, as I said, I'm learning a lot, and next time I definitely plan to do more documentation, if you will, of the build. But I've gotten these parts for the baseball stadium all put away in my studio, which is really exciting. And we're on to some new exciting things as we head into August of 2020. The channel has well over 200 subscribers and is growing, so thank you so much to everybody who's watching. As you probably noticed, I recently rebranded the channel to Bliss Studios to kind of better I guess fold in everything that I'm doing here on the channel. I've started with Funko Pops and still doing those, but spent a lot of time on the Lego collecting and building, and I wanted to make sure that the channel name reflected that. I've got new logo art coming. I've got all kinds of exciting things. As I mentioned, some new equipment with lighting, and we're gonna be doing some live streams, some giveaways, and I got a P.O. box, and all that information is down in the description below. It would mean a ton to me though if you would leave me a comment and let me know what your favorite part of the build was from the show. Any questions you might have about how I put the stadium together, and all you baseball fans out there, I would love to hear from you. I've got my vintage Cubs hat on today. Yeah, I just really hope that you enjoyed it. This is a bittersweet series to wrap up for me, and obviously, though there's only been a handful of episodes along the way, you know, I didn't necessarily film every week. I did work on this project like intensely for the better part of a year, and I spent a lot of my own money trying to get it up and running. So I'm super excited to continue this journey. Thank you to everybody who are out there watching, and I will see you on the next video. We have some very, very exciting things coming up, so take care.